Hi everyone, today in this video we are going to learn SQL sublanguages or SQL statements or SQL commands. In SQL there are 5 sublanguages are present. First one is DQL, DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. Data query language, data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language and transaction control language. In DQL we have one statement called select. In data definition language, we have statements create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Okay. In data definition language, we have statements create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. In data manipulation language, we have statements insert, update, and delete. In data control language, we have statements grant and revoke. In transaction control language, we have statements commit, rollback, and save point. First one is data query language. We have in that select statement. In data definition language, we have statements create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. And in data manipulation language, we have insert, update, delete. And data control language, we have grant and revoke. In transaction control language, we have commit, rollback, and save point. These are the SQL commands or SQL sublanguages or SQL statements which is used to interact with a database. If you saw my first video, I said something creating a database, inserting data, updating data, and deleting data. By using these statements, we will do those all things, right? First, we will see DQL, data query language. Data query language means fetching or retrieving or accessing data from a database. We have in DQL one statement, select statement. Select means fetching or retrieving or accessing data from a specific table in database. Select means fetching, retrieving or accessing data from a specific table in database. Select statement classified into 3 types. First one is projection. Second one is selection. Third one is joins. Select statement classified into 3 types. First one is projection, selection, joins. Projection means fetching or retrieving or accessing data from a specific table by selecting all the columns or required number of columns or specific columns. In projection, fetching or retrieving or accessing data from a specific table by selecting all the columns, required number of columns or specific columns. In projection, we can restrict the column, but we can't restrict the rows. Irrespective of column, every row will select in projection. In selection, fetching or retrieving or accessing data from a specific table by selecting all the columns, required number of columns and specific columns or required number of rows or specific row. In selection, we can restrict both rows and columns. Now coming to joins, joins is a special possibility of a select clause. By using joins, we can display multiple table columns simultaneously. For projection and selection, I will give one example for your easy understanding. I will take one table. Table is having 3 columns C1, C2, C3 and 3 rows R1, R2 and R3. See, in projection, fetching, retrieving or accessing data from a specific table by selecting all the columns. See, I am selecting all the columns here C1, C2 and C3. And required number of columns, I can select C2, C3 and specific column C3. Here, irrespective of any column, it will select all the rows. It will selecting R1, R2, R3. Here also R1, R2, R3. R1, R2, R3. In projection, we can restrict the column, but we can't restrict the rows. In selection, you can see here, selection, we can select all column, required number of columns or specific column. Along with, we can restrict rows, R1, R2, R1, R2, R3. Here R1. In projection, we can restrict the columns, but we can't restrict the rows. In selection, we can restrict the both. Now syntax for projection. Select, star or distinct, column name or expression as alias name from table name. This is the syntax for projection. Select, star, distinct means it is a clause. If we want to eliminate the duplicate value, then we will use distinct clause, and we can write column name or expression as alias name. Expression is nothing but for example, if you want to increase the employee salary 1000 rupees, how we will write salary plus 1000? That is nothing but a expression. Alias name is a temporary name given to the any column. We will in detail learn about distinct clause, expression and alias name in future classes. This is the syntax for projection. Select, star or distinct, column name or expression as alias name from table name. Here in selection, syntax is select, star or distinct, column name or expression as alias name from table name. For restricting the rows, we will specify condition where clause. We will learn in future where clause completely. This is filtering condition, terminating with semicolon. This is the syntax for projection. This is the syntax for selection. Now we will move to query writing. If we are learning Java, we will start with hello world program. If we are learning SQL, means we will start with one query, that is in first class also I executed that query. In my interview also they asked the same query, that is select star from table name. Select star from table name terminating with semicolon. In each and every interview for freshers, they will ask this question. The question goes like this: if you want to retrieve data from a table, how you will write a query? They will ask like this. Or if you want to fetch a data from the table, what is the query? They will ask this, like you can say select star from table name. Select star from table name. Okay, multiple times I said query. Now the time is there to understand what is query. I can frame two definitions for the query. A query which starts from select clause followed by multiple conditions and terminating with a semicolon is called query. What? A query which starts from select clause followed by multiple condition and terminating with a semicolon is called query. Or we can say a set of statement or block of statement followed by multiple condition which is used to interact with the database. What? A set of statement or block of statement, followed by multiple conditions which is used to interact with the database. That is called query. Okay. Before writing query, we must understand what we will write in select clause, what we will write in from clause. And now we will understand characteristics of select clause, characteristics of from clause. First, we will start with from clause. In from clause, we will specify table name as an argument. Table name as an argument. In from clause, we will specify table name as argument. In from clause, we can specify more than one table. More than one table. And from clause will select whole table for query execution. From clause will select whole table for query execution. It will select whole table for query execution. Okay. From clause, we will specify table name as an argument. More than one table we can specify. It will select whole table for query execution. Then select clause characteristics. Select clause character. First, we will specify star distinct column name or expression as alias name. In select clause, we will specify column name. Okay. And select clause will execute row by row. Row by row. Select clause will execute row by row. Select clause will responsible for preparing output. It is responsible for preparing output. Okay. In select clause, we will specify star or distinct column name or expression as alias name. It will execute row by row. Select clause will responsible for preparing output. Now we will start writing query. Take the question. Write a query to display employee name and salary of all the employees. The question goes like this. Write a query to display. Write a query to display employee name, salary of all the employees. All the employees. Okay. First, we will understand the question. We have to display employee name and salary. In select clause, we will specify column name, right? I will write select. I will not write completely employee name because employee name refers to ename column, because in database in table they written ename for employee name. I will write ename, comma, salary they referred sal column. Okay. From employee table, there is no employee table, there is a emp table is there, terminating with semicolon. Now I will execute a query. I hope in first class you downloaded the application MSQL developer. Okay, I will write this query. Select, go to demo schema and SQL sheet. Select ename, comma, sal from emp, terminating with semicolon. Click on run. You will get a total 15 rows. Smith, Allen, Miller. You will get a employee name and employee salary whole. All the employee name and employee salary you will get. I think, yeah. Then move to second question. Second question you can take. Write a query to display employee details. Simple query. Write a query to display employee details. I want all the employee details. Employee details. I want all the employee details. How we will write query? All the employee details means select star from emp, terminating with semicolon. Okay. I will execute a query. Star from employee table. Okay, you will get all the 15 rows with all the columns: employee name, employee number, job, manager number, hire date, salary, commission and department number. I hope you got this all the simultaneously you can execute. And you can do one homework. Write a query to display all the department details. Take down the question. Write a query to display all the department details. Same thing, you have to change the table name. That's all. Okay, another one query I will solve from department table. Write a query to display. Write a query to display. Write a query to display department name, department number, and location. First, I want to display department name, department number, and location. I will write select. D name refers to department name, DEPTNO department number, which refers to, and location LOC. From table name is department table, DEPT table. Okay, terminating with semicolon. I will execute this query. Select D name, comma, DEPTNO department number, comma, location LOC. From which table? Department table, DEPT. Terminating with semicolon. Click on run. DEPTNO. Okay. Click on run. You will get total 4 rows. You will get total 4 rows with the D name, department number, and location. I hope you got the answer. This is all about today's class. Thank you for watching this video.